Hello Geminis, welcome to your reading. I hope that you guys are all doing well. Please remember this reading is general, so it may or may not resonate. All readings are going to be timeless, can be talking about the past, present, or the future. With that being said, we'll get started. Angels, spirit guides, ancestors of the highest light, please give clear, accurate messages for Gemini. What does Gemini need to know? We have 2. You guys could be life path number 2 or 1. Or says Evil Queen, you deserve sugar, not salt. Okay. We have number 39. Could be life path number 3, 9, 6 even. Says raindrops, take a chance on them. So Geminis, I kind of feel like you have a new love option coming in for you after you've dealt with maybe someone who was a narcissist, doesn't have to be, or you just went through some type of relationship that was very toxic, where you were really pouring a lot to this person. You thought that, well, when you were in it, Gemini, some of you guys, you might have felt like it was your person when you were dealing with them, but you knew that there was just a lot of fights and arguments going on. You guys could have argued about the same thing. It was a repetitive cycle. You might have thought originally that this person was very sweet when you first met them, but they deceived you in some type of way. They wore a false mask. They only showed the best version of themselves. And I do feel like Gemini, you realize that this relationship, some of you guys, it could have quickly turned sour, or this is like a slow burner where over the years it just turned really icky. Okay, that's all I can say. It's like you thought that you were getting one thing when it turned out to be another, where this person, to some degree, played games with you too. They could have used you financially. It doesn't have to be the case, or it's like this person was never happy. They're a very bitter person, but when you originally met them, they were bubbly. So again, they were wearing a false mask. But Geminis, I do feel like you defeated whatever this was. You recognized that it was unhealthy. Some of you guys, you pulled away from this person. For others of you, if this person was narcissistic, they could have gained some type of new supply and they released you. Some of you guys, you really had to do a lot to heal from this connection. Could have gone through therapy, whatever the case may be, however you had to cope. But I do feel like, Gemini, there is something else here for you, where you could be out here dating, seeing what else is out here. But you are a little bit hesitant because you're afraid that you're going to get yourself back in this predicament. But you got to remember that not everyone is the same as your ex. For some of you guys, you could be meeting someone new recently, or you've already met someone new who's really caught your interest, but you are afraid to actually give them a chance because, again, of what you've gone through with your ex. What else for Gemini? Yeah, number 20 could be life path number 2. 11 or 9, but it says lighthouse, don't doubt your worth. It says I am always enough. So there could be affirmations that you're needing to put around your house here, Gemini, or this is just something that you had to remind yourself after experiencing whatever you did with this evil queen energy. Some of you guys, you're still dealing with this because you potentially have children, or this can even be a family member who is always nitpicking at everything that you do, used you kind of as the scapegoat, created you as the black sheep of the family, whatever the case may be. But I feel like Geminis, whenever you were dealing with this energy, it made you feel insecure. You doubted yourself. Again, if this is where you were dealing with narcissistic abuse, you could have doubted your reality. Okay, and now it does look like you already weathered the storm with this energy. Now you're emerging victorious. Bless you, Bubba. Y'all who've been here, y'all know that's my sneezing cat. Those who haven't, he's a chronic sneezer. He gets allergy shots every few months or so, but they really only last a couple weeks. We have number 17. Could be life path number 1, 7, or an 8. But we have flower. It says be honest with yourself. So some of you Geminis, you might have had to be honest about the role that you played in regards to whatever this energy is. Some of you guys, you could have been codependent, or it's like you weren't able to recognize the toxicity. You felt like it was normal. And I do feel like this does stem from your childhood because there was some type of trauma that you went through where you were kind of accepting the love that you thought that you deserved, as I believe that saying is. I don't know if it's just from perks of being a wallflower, but whatever the case. But this is kind of what I'm. Okay, here goes the cat. Can we deal with a Virgo? He is a Virgo cat. But I think that, Gemini, you really had to be honest with yourself about the situation, okay, about what you truly deserved. And you might have realized that this was not truly bringing you happiness. I really do feel like there was a lot of fighting and arguing going on in this connection. Someone might have walked out on the other person multiple times, but it just feels like there was something that was repetitive, where it was almost like a tit for tat kind of energy. Although there was love here, I just feel like there was an issue maybe with compatibility too. What else for Gemini? Some of you guys, you could have waited for this person to come back to you because you might have had a family with them and you wanted things to work out despite the issues that you had, but you had to be honest with yourself because I do feel like you got some type of download where you realized that this person might not have loved you the way that you once loved them or the way that you love them. We do have number 26. Could be a life path number 2, 6, or an 8. It says feather, think before you judge. So Geminis, for some of you guys, you could have karmic energies around you who are jealous of you. Okay, it doesn't have to be, but this also, who you're dealing with could have been a feminine energy who had their family members gang up on you. Okay, again, the flying monkeys that narcissists generally have. I do feel like some of these people were judging you unfairly based off what this person was saying. Some of you guys, they always made it seem like everything was your fault. They were always a victim of their own mind potentially. But Geminis, I do feel like a lot of you guys, you did put in a lot of work in this connection, but some of you guys, you always felt judged by your significant other. That you were never good enough, that everything that you tried to do, just you weren't able to satisfy this person. Again, this could be friends or family members too. Take it as it fits for your situation. But if this person, some of you guys, this could be obviously divine masculine energy who does have karmic feminine energies around them, and you are not going to be a part of their roster. And this person could be angry with you, Gemini, because you broke free from them. What else for Gemini? Okay, we have number 42. Some of you guys could be 42. Life path number 4, 2, 1, 3, or 6. Says homeward, take yourself out on a date. So really, Geminis, I feel like you guys are learning about self-love. You could literally be taking yourself out on a date, learning how to love yourself, enjoy your own company, not necessarily needing other people. I do feel like a lot of you guys are relatively into nature, so you could like to go on hikes by yourself. You know, you could be into photography, things of that sort. You know, you just like the beauty of nature, but because I do feel like a lot of Geminis kind of fall on the cusp of being Taurians. Or at least on the sidereal chart, they are Taurians. But I do feel like you just enjoy the beauty of life. You could actually be from like a small town where there are a bunch of lakes and things like that. Lots of nature and abundance there. But also, this to me is like being in hermit mode. So, some of you guys, you could be keeping to yourself right now. You're not on social media, or you're just a very private person. If you are entertaining another person, you could be keeping this from whoever this is, especially if you do have kids by them. Just saw 10:10 on the clock, because you feel like if they knew about your connection, that they would try to ruin it, or they might be a little bit spiteful and air out maybe some of the dirty laundry that you guys had within your connection. But again, I feel like it was an issue of compatibility. So some of you Geminis, you might not have been the best version of yourself with whoever this is if you were in a relationship with them, because they did not bring it out of you. And I do feel like some of you guys, this person is bitter over that fact, where they could see you moving on with your life. Things are pretty peaceful, and they are jealous because they wanted that with you. They wanted you to struggle if you weren't going to be with them. But also, I feel like this person might be jealous because they feel like a little bit inadequate because they were not able to get you to do what you need to do, right? Some of you guys, anyway. What else for Gemini? So number 16, you guys could be life path number 1, 6, or 7. It says, bitch fire, stand up for yourself. Okay. Honestly, Gemini, I feel like you're not even saying anything to these people. If there are people who are watching you, jealous of you, gossiping about you, whatever the case may be here, I think you're just minding your own business. And again, letting your success speak for itself. Same thing I said pretty much for Capricorn. We have 10. It says red, forgive, and reverse. So some of you guys, you're choosing not to forgive this situation, or it's that you're simply having a hard time possibly moving on from this. You could be having a hard time, especially if this person just left you out in the cold. You could be having a hard time forgiving that is what happened. Or it's like you're having a hard time forgiving yourself because you either didn't listen to your intuition, or you didn't see that this person might not have been the best fit for you. All right. What else for Gemini? Okay, Gemini, we have number 24. Again, you could be life path number 2, 4, or 6. It says potion, remember to practice self-love. Yes. Some of you guys, you could be witches or warlocks here. Okay. Could be into herbal magic, whatever the case may be. But I feel like a lot of you guys are just tapping into your power, okay? You're not letting people make you feel bad anymore. You're no longer people pleasing. I feel like a lot of you guys are potentially in therapy, or you are recognizing how to set firmer boundaries, understanding that things are not necessarily your fault, even though people try to project that energy onto you, okay? We do have number 45. Again, it could be life path 4, 5, or 9. It says, throne, your potential's endless. So yeah, I feel like Geminis, a lot of you guys are really stepping into your magician energy. As we see with her, she has the fire in her hands. She possesses the magic. Okay, she's a cultivator of her own life. So whether you're male or female, just take that as that fits for you. But really, I feel like Geminis, you're no longer getting off your throne to address anyone. You're standing tall, you're maintaining your dignity. You know that you are able to transmute energy. You're able to make things work for you however it's supposed to work for you. You're believing in your angels, your spirit team, believing in your manifestations to be coming in, setting goals for yourself, things of that sort. We have number 40. Morning, the world awaits you. I really feel like this is more so literal, Gemini, that, every time you wake up, there's a new opportunity to succeed. All right, bottom of the deck, we do have number 41. It says, sundress, do it for you. Yeah. You're no longer doing things for other people. You're doing everything for yourself, and it's beautiful energy to see. All right, tell me, Spirit guys, what does Gemini need to know? All right, we have Platypus. Says stop complaining and focus your attention on the blessings in your life. So some of you Geminis, although you are manifesting and trying to really be the creator of your own life, you could still have some type of negative mindsets and limiting beliefs that you do need to overcome at this time. I do feel like some of you guys, you don't have everything that you want in life, and sometimes you might find yourself falling back into old habits, old patterns, again, negative belief systems or negative self-talk. We're like, well, I can't manifest this because X, Y, and Z, or I failed at this, so I guess I'm this, or, things like that. But I feel like Gemini, sometimes you don't realize how blessed you truly are, and you do need to take a step back, potentially from your manifestations, and show gratitude for everything that you do have currently. We do have Penguin. Says the period of darkness that you've been experiencing is now passing. We have Kiwi. Do a walking meditation each day for the next week. We have Camel. Trust that you have the resources to get through the challenges before you. Yeah. We have Octopus. Practice shape shifting by altering your physical appearance and mannerisms. So Geminis, for some of you guys, you're matching people's energy. Okay, you do have shape-shifting energy around you, but I feel like you are matching these people's energies. Some of you guys, these people don't know what you have going on because you're not showing your hands, especially when it comes to projects or things that you're working on. You might tell them one thing, but then they see you doing something else and they're just a little bit confused. They're like, I thought you were doing this, when really you're doing something else. And so they might be a little bit upset because they might feel like you're lying to them, okay, and blame it on your sign, as people do sometimes. But I feel like you're just withholding information because you know that if you tell too many people, that's going to bring challenges to your manifestations actually coming into fruition. Okay, we have Chimpanzee. Says use both your intuition and your intellect to solve the problem or get answers to your question. We have Mountain Goat. Says there's something out of balance in your life, and so do whatever you need to correct it. Excuse me. What else for Geminis? Okay, we have Boar. Says face your problems head on with confidence and courage, and you emerge victorious. Mouse. You're overlooking some important details, so pay closer attention to what's going on. We have Goose. Express yourself through rhythm and movement by drumming and dancing. Okay. We have Unicorn. So some of you guys might need to be dancing, maybe make some TikTok videos. I don't really know if anyone does those TikTok dance videos anymore. I know they were really popular during the pandemic, but I feel like that was a great time for people. But we have Unicorn. It says indulge your creative, imaginative, and magical side through some form of artistic expression. So some of you guys could be very artistic. You might have disconnected from that aspect of yourself. Spirit's letting you know to get back into that. It might actually expand your mind and give you the answers that you are seeking at this time. Bottom of the deck, we do have Peacock here. It says, let yourself stand out and be noticed. All right, so let's look at your self-care messages here, Gemini. Okay, so Gemini, we do have choice and reverse. Upright says worry less about making the right choice and more about being strong enough to handle any outcome. So there could be some type of decision that you're needing to make here, Gemini, but you're having a hard time doing it because you're afraid of making the wrong decision. And this can pertain to someone from your past and you moving on in your new phase of life here. Some of you guys, you might actually be wanting to get married fairly soon. You could be in the age bracket where you feel like you're ready to do that. So you might be moving things forward with one person, but you're still thinking about the past here, okay? We do have Sovereign. It says you're the queen of your life. Treat yourself like royalty. Or if it's not marriage, it just, there's a lot of things going on in your life right now where you could be potentially thinking about your career, retirement, children, if you have any, if you're going to start a family, that type of stuff too. We have Focus. It says if you focus on what you don't want, there's a good chance you might get it. Focus on what you do want instead. All right. That's reframing your mindset there, Gemini. We have time. Time spent worrying is time spent. We have Space. The quality of your life has more to do with what you remove from your life than what you add to it. Give yourself the gift of space. Yeah. So some of you guys are cutting out people, places that don't serve you, that don't elevate you, that don't make you feel happy and content. We have Elevate, and we have self-worth on there. It says you get what you deserve, you believe you deserve. It's time to raise your standards. Yeah, that's kind of what I was talking about earlier with that first card. We have Beauty. Today you're a curator of beauty. You're blessed with moments that let you know beyond a shadow of doubt that all is well in the world. So some of you guys, you could live by the ocean. You could have water in your chart very strongly. It could be like a Pisces, Scorpio, or a Cancer moon. Don't have to be. Or you are going on some type of vacation here fairly soon to a beach or some type of body of water. We have Passion. So fire energy. It says light up your life with honoring your deepest desire. So some of you guys, you could be dealing with fire sign or you have fire in your chart, Aries, Leo, Sagittarius. We have Priorities. It says the quality of your life is determined by how you spend your time. Make sure your schedule reflects the life you want. So Gemini, it's not all about you working all the time. You need to make sure that you are creating some time out for some fun as well. I feel like you're getting to a point where you need to not take life so seriously. We have Rebel. It says it's time to celebrate the fact that you don't fit in. Stand on your own 2 feet. You know, some of you guys are meant to be breaking generational curses. We have Decision. It says sometimes the best decision is no decision at all. We have Possibility. Focus your attention on what could go right. When you learn to imagine the best case scenario, you get to enjoy an experience twice. I'll get one more for you. All right, speak up. It says if you avoid conflict to keep the peace, you start a war inside yourself. So again, some of you guys might be speaking to a therapist. You could be public speakers, or you're speaking to someone who you trust about this whole situation that you've been through. And they could be giving you some type of advice. We have authenticity. At the bottom of the deck says live life for you, not the audience in your head, which comes back to that card, the sundress card that says do it for you, okay? So this is about you doing things for yourself, not seeking other people's approval, right? So that is what I have for you, Gemini. If this reading resonated, if you liked it, please like, share, subscribe, comment down below, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye, Gemini.